Yankee Jeff, I do appreciate you guys stopping by. It's not your fault because it is not your fault. I am Wyatt Family. I was asked by one of my subscribers, my millions and millions of subscribers, 1,400, asked me if I would reintroduce myself. It's been a little over a year and a half now I've done this channel, and some of you don't really know my story, so I'm going to tell my story. It's very important that we all know each other's story, and that's something that we do in AL-ANON. We share our stories, let you know where we came from, how we got here. But before I get into that, the price of admission. The price of admission is like and subscribe. Like, subscribe, comment. Doesn't cost you a penny. Doesn't cost you a penny for this immense wisdom I give you. Just a guy trying to help people. Okay, so let's get into it. Who am I? I am Jeff C. I am a 9-year Navy veteran. Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow veterans. I am married 36 years to the most beautiful woman ever born. I have 2 amazing children and 6 grandcats. So that's me. I'm in the financial industry, brokering, things of that nature. And I'm a serial codependent and enablers Hall of Famer. I'm an EM. I have a card and everything. I'm a habitual enabler and codependent. That's why I started this channel. That's why I started going to Al-Anon, just to make sure I get to a better place so I get some serenity. And I think I'm there. But it's not something you attain and hold on to, and you never lose it. You can always lose it, right? Am I a licensed therapist? No, I am not a licensed therapist. The only initials after my name are BTDT. Been there, done that. I feel like somebody could have a degree with a bunch of training, unless they have real life experiences and real life intimate experiences with addiction and enabling codependency. Maybe they shouldn't be so quick to judge or comment unless you've actually walked the walk as well as talked the talk, right? So my journey started when I was 18 or 19 years old. I first got involved with somebody who was heavily addicted when I was in the Navy. I got involved with somebody, she was heavily addicted to alcohol and drugs. And it ended up very badly. She had a horrible car accident, and it was really bad. And never saw her again. But I guess she's living a good life now. The last I heard, she was enabling a drug addiction coach in Hawaii. So hope she's doing good. Shout out to Diana. So then I started to become aware of this disease called addiction and alcoholism and things of that nature. I knew people drank. I knew people smoked. I knew people did hardcore drugs. I grew up in South Florida. People started doing cocaine right in front of me when I was very young. It's crazy, man. You don't realize that stuff happens. You see it in the movies all the time. But back in the 80s, back in South Florida, it was everywhere. But when I became aware of people that actually suffer from a disease called addiction, I started to look at it a different way. This is something that people didn't choose necessarily to do. Maybe the first time they drank or used, it was a choice. But once it gets its hooks in you, it's not something that if they were actually lucid and conscious, they would tell you, I wish I could stop doing it. So I had friends in the Navy that used to go to AA meetings, and they were avowed recovering alcoholics. Never recovered, because there's no D in recovery. It's always there. It's not something that you get a shot for and it goes away. You can't just make addiction go away and just be sober and that's everything fixes everything. You have to keep on working your steps, keep on working your program. The program, of course, is the medicine. So and then got married very young, and my loved one was hampered by addiction, and she's fantastic now, but it also made me very aware of the fact that me giving my loved one ultimatums, this is the last time, or if I give my loved one, you couldn't bargain with addiction. You couldn't give it contingency plans. You couldn't give it this is it. Either you do this or we're done. It doesn't work that way. Okay. I realized very early on that nothing I did was going to affect the fact that my loved one had a drinking problem. You can't just wish it away. It's something they have to take possession of and they have to take control of. You can't take control of it. If you hear voices in the background, it's because I'm at work and my office is not, unfortunately, office I'm in right now is not soundproof, and my secretaries have very booming voices. So God bless them. Anyway, so if you understand my story a little bit, I was introduced to addiction very early. I was introduced to uh, alcoholism very early in my life. I think I may have been parents, or there was definitely. I think I was may have had parents that were alcoholics also, but I really can't confirm that. Everyone socially drank. Growing up in the '70s, everyone was drinking. Everyone was drinking wine, scotch, liquor, whatever it was. Everyone drank. So I had to get in the habit of just kind of singing as part of life. Got into service, studied even more, and then as I got married, I studied even more also. Once I realized early on that nothing I was doing was working, I looked at myself in the mirror and realized I was an enabler. I was a codependent because I tried to fix my loved one's addiction. I tried to cover for my loved one's addiction. I tried to make it go away. I tried to sweep it under the rug. I tried to argue it away or explain it away to relatives, friends, neighbors. That's what codependents do. That's what serial enablers do. We try and make the addiction go away by just talking about it like it's not there. So as I went longer in my life, and as I went longer in my marriage, um, she got control of her addiction, and she's fantastic now. And she's my hero. She's the most wonderful person God's ever created. Then I had the um, unenviable task of facing my other loved one's addiction, and that was hard. That was very difficult, but that brought me to Al-Anon. That brought me to a place where I can realize that there's a whole group of people out there that can address their loved one's situation by talking about it with other people in like situations, like scenarios. If you go to an alcoholic or narcotic, they go to meetings around other narcotics and other alcoholics and other narcotic addicts. That's what Al-Anon is. Al-Anon is a group of people who have lived with or do live with an alcoholic or addict, whether recovered or not, recovering or not. There's no D in recovery. So this is what I started doing. And then I realized that it wasn't about them. I wasn't going to find any quick fixes or any crib notes or the magic formula to get them to quit using. This was about me, and me stop enabling my loved one's addiction. Me stop codependent her behavior. So what I started doing was I started to learn to work on myself a little bit and realized I don't have this omnipotent power over everyone around me. And also, it's not my job to fix them. So I've became a member of Al-Anon. I got my license I got my training and a certificate from a group called FAVOR, Faces and Voices of Recovery, which isn't a 12-step based process like Al-Anon. It's not faith-based. It's more recovery coach based, but I found my love in my life to be an Al-Anon. That's where my passion lays. So I became the group representative. After a few years, I became the group's head. And then I became an area representative, and didn't want to go up any higher because it gets kind of political once you get above a certain level. And I was like, you know what? I can help more people. I watch enough YouTube. Maybe I can do a YouTube channel. So I started this YouTube channel back a year and a half ago. I think it was almost 2 years in April. I think it was 2 years in April. I started this channel, and I think it's been successful. And I started this channel with the auspices that if just one person could be helped by my channel, then it's worth it. If I go to an Al-Anon meeting once a week and only one person shows up, do we leave? No, we stay. We work our program, and we talk to each other. Okay, that's the whole point. The whole point is that it doesn't matter how many people are there. It's whether or not somebody's being helped or not. So I decided a long time ago, if just one person gets help from this channel, I'll keep on doing it. And I've got some people that are absolutely fantastic. Kantra and Tony and Myra and Jimmy and Bob and Pat. I mean, all these people that watch my channel religiously and make comments, that inspires me to keep on going forward, because that means I'm actually making a difference in someone's life. Does that make sense? Of course it does, because I'm amazing. So that's who I am. Please let people know about this channel. Again, I don't do this for money. I've never done this for money. That was not the point of it. Some people do YouTube for money, and that's God bless them. That's their job. I have a job. I do very well. And I do this because I just feel like I'm trying to give back to the people that need it. I think I've made $36 in the last year and a half on YouTube. Uh, true story. So I'm not an influencer. I'm not a content creator. I'm not doing this because I want to get rich off of it. I'm doing this because I'm only trying to help people. So if you would please tell somebody about this channel, go back and look at my library of help videos. I think it'll be beneficial to some people, more beneficial to some than others. If you are living with an addict or an alcoholic, or you have lived with an alcoholic and addict, whether they're in recovery or not, this channel is for you. It's for them. Okay. But the whole idea, of course, with any meeting, any program, any self-help, any 12-step program is to keep coming back, because it does work, but you have to work it. That's at the close of every video I say, keep coming back. It works if you work it. It does work if you work the program. You can't skip it. You can't half-ass it. Okay. But it has to begin with somebody. That somebody is you. It has to begin with somebody. Let it begin with you. Okay. Say a prayer for the prelates. Say a prayer for all those people in the world who no one prays for, because that's the saddest thing. Those people need prayers. Okay. God bless you guys. Take care. That's me. That's me. Tell me a little about you guys too. Tell me a little bit about you, where you guys come from, what your situation is. Tell me about your story. Share it with me on the comments. You don't have to go into too depth detail, but if you would, that's fine. This is what sharing is all about. Okay. God bless, guys. I'll talk to you soon. And by all means, happy Veterans Day. Go Navy.